Hey YouTube, I'm Brick Smith, and welcome to Forever Sorting with Kevin and Hinkle.
Why do you pause? You forgot the name.
I forgot what I was doing. I've had a day, Kevin.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If you guys, you guys know we record these early, so today was the day that I went down and helped. The Deep South Lug went down and helped Jamie recovering from the Hurricane Michael, and I didn't even check with Kevin about this, but Kevin, I'm going to need a minute or two again to remind everybody how bad things are.
Take all the time you need, sir.
Well, first off, yeah, I got dinged in the head. That drywall hit me. But anyway, that's not important. There's folks down there still aren't back in their houses. There's folks that don't have houses. Me and Matt drove by a place that was just rubble. There was a house there. We drove by one place where the roof was sitting on the ground next to the house. The panhandle has been destroyed, folks. And whatever help you guys can give, please do. Again, I say it. And hey, I don't have. Everybody knows I'm broke. I'm gonna give my time. I'm gonna give my time to my lug brother, Brick Jams, and we're gonna do that. Jamie, I asked him when he expect to get back in his house. He said next summer.
Wasn't the I think last time it was December, so that's moved.
That was just my idea.
Okay.
It was supposed to be.
Sure.
It's summer. It's probably going to be next summer.
Okay.
Fortunately, Jamie's got a good setup, and some other folks are taking, putting out that olive branch, that help. Well, that's good. Anyway, I know it's one of those nights. I'm sorry, you guys. I had a tumbleweed bag in my house, so.
Nice.
I got hit really hard in the head. I think I might be concussed. We didn't do a protocol.
If you pass out during this episode, we're just going to keep going.
Yeah, I think we should, unless I hit the end button with my head as I hit the counter.
There'd be some finesse in that. That would be.
If anybody could, though, Bricksmith. So anyway, we're here for question and answer number 3. That's the title of the show. These are viewer videos sent in with questions. And if you have any questions for Kevin, Hinkle extraordinaire, Esquire, we do like the video responses, interactions. It makes us feel like we're doing something. But as you can see, there he is looking at his bug. Introduce yourself, Kevin. Where can they find you, and what are you parting out?
Yes, thank you.
Bricks on the dollar.
Thank you once again for you guys for joining us, and really just for having an interest in what we're doing and what we're saying.
Heck yeah.
And that definitely is for both of us. Obviously, I do a lot of talking, but I do have a co-host, and he does help kind of keep the flow going. And it's on his channel too. So shout out to my partner in crime.
This guy.
That other guy on the other side. But my name is Kevin. If you have any interest in following me, Mr. Kevin Hinkle on all social media platforms, would be awesome to follow me along there. If you have an interest in just following my art, I am a freelance artist, so that would be illustration, graphic design, animation, and also building with Lego bricks. That would be Mr. Hinkle Draws, also on all social media platforms. And I have officially launched the Mr. Hinkle Draws YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to go.
What'd he say?
There is a Mr. Hinkle Draws YouTube channel.
Raise the roof, folks.
It's been raised. It has been raised. Thank you.
I'm diggity dog. I'm so happy.
Hi porn.
You said it's a YouTube channel? Oh, I am subscribed. And
you are.
Videos. And I always comment first. So beat me to the next video, folks.
There you go.
You get there first.
So that will be kind of my new, at least here on YouTube, that will be my focus for my content. Obviously, I do have a personal channel, which is my name, but I have since removed all the videos that were on that channel. So there are currently no videos to watch. And I was going to just change the name, but because of the whole linkage with Google and all that, I was like, nah, I'd rather have a business account than change my personal into a business account. So boring stuff, doesn't matter, but that's where you can follow me. And last but not least, I do also run a comic series for Lego fans called Bricks in the Middle. I am currently in the process of producing 4 new comics right now. And if you'd like to follow that, that would be BITM Comics on all social media, or bricksinthemiddle.com, or printed in Brick Journal magazine. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming.
Yep. Now I asked you a question, and I don't think you heard me.
I think I heard you asked what was I parting out, right? That
Correct, sir.
Yeah. So when we record these, if it hasn't been apparent, I'm usually fiddling around with my hands on the table.
Drives me crazy.
Julian is not a fan. And it's funny because it doesn't stop me.
Nope.
Keep doing it. And I am a little afraid that I'm being too loud, but usually you guys only see my head as opposed to the hands. So I put up my other camera further back, so now you can see everything. So today, what I was fiddling around with is I built a Galaxy Squad set earlier today. It's the Crater Creeper.
You're a Crater Creeper.
I know, right? Your face.
Your face is a Creeper.
And it's product number 707. Hold on. I got it.
Oh, I had to go to the tape, folks.
70706. But it's this bug. It's got a play feature. If you can see it, kind of. But so I'm just taking this apart. So I already built it. I already took my classic quick photo for the social medias, document that I did it. So while we're talking today, I'm just taking it apart and sorting stuff away. And I have taken the hands.
Oh, and I was going to address that. I am going to start sending out a petition around the internet to stop Kevin from ripping the hands out of minifigs. If you're with me, comment down below.
Crimes against humanity.
Crimes against minifig hands. Yes. So
I'm sorry it disturbs you. So there was something I was watching. I'm trying to remember what it was. It might have been one of your streams or somebody else in the community doing a stream. But that conversation came up about how I removed the hands from the minifigs.
That is a topic of interest in the community at all times.
It is. And I want to say I've said it before, but I don't mind saying it again. So a long time ago, I mean, years and years and years ago, personally, my own building interests, I tend to favor flesh tone when I'm doing minifig buildings and minifig scaled things. I like to build with flesh tone minifigs. Sure. And so I was finding myself a lot pulling out the yellow hands, popping in a flesh tone hand. And I'm like, man, this is annoying. But also just other things like I use minifig hands when I build also. So I use them as an element. So for example, you could take a hand and clip it to like a lightsaber blade, like a bar. And this is going to be impossible to see, but like that could be like a bird's beak on like a swan or something. So I kind of tend to remove them anyway, because when I do my own things, I like flesh tone, but I also build with the hands. So overall for me, it just made more sense to just remove them from the beginning. And that way I'm putting in what I need. So I do sort them out. I think I've shown this before, but
don't show the hands. Don't. I'll be showing the hands.
The hands, they're in there.
Yeah.
I have oh my God, I think it's a gallon bag of yellow hands because there's so many yellow hands.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm messing around with.
Yeah. By the way, again, I refuse to accept anything he just said and leave the minifigs put together.
It's all just ridiculous.
Yeah. So Kevin, we got some video. Okay, first off, I made a mistake, or not a mistake, or a confusion about who said what, when, where, and how. the AKA Ask Kevin Anything idea, not the idea per se. We came up with the idea to ask Kevin questions.
Sure.
But the name AKA, which
is a great name.
Kevin, I like it a lot. The only thing I don't like about it is it leaves me out, but
it's
my friends take care of me, so it's cool. I'm covered. That came from the nominee for the sexiest man of Rockford.
That's correct.
Daddy Brickhead of the Brickhead family. So though he came up with the name, he wasn't the first one to put a video out with a question. See, I don't think Kevin's listening to me.
Did he coin the name?
AKA, yes, I gave Brick Blaze credit. By the way, go subscribe to Blaze, the Brickhead family, Bricks on the Dollar. Who else did we name already?
Oh, I think that's it so far.
That's it so far. Okay.
So far.
Go follow, go subscribe to them. The link will not be down in below. I am going to link the videos in a comment later because it's easier than putting it in the description.
I was waiting for you to do the usual, the link will not be below.
It won't be
lazy.
Yeah, that's what I do. If you know me, you accept these things and you Google.
That's right. But that's cool. I didn't realize that.
It was Nick.
That kind of. I thought you had said it once at some point, and then
I did after he said it because I thought it was such a great name. I brought it to your attention, but I gave Blaze credit for it.
Got to copyright that thing immediately.
Patent pending. We've had, by the way, our video, our latest Forever Sorting dropped this morning of the day of this recording, and you guys. There's 5 comments on there, but dang, you guys saying some good stuff. I much appreciate it. And Kevin and I don't think we're doing a good job unless you guys are talking to us about it via the comments or other videos that you post.
Yeah, it helps.
It really does. Especially I have a very fragile psyche. Kevin can attest to that.
He does.
Kevin not so much, but when you're the man, you don't really worry about it.
You're used to the abuse.
So what I thought it would be cool, and Kevin thought it would be cool with us as well, as to not only link the videos later down the road, but let's watch them now in our room.
Absolutely.
I haven't checked with either Nick or Brick Blaze about this, and I don't think I'm gonna.
We are honest here on this program.
Yeah. Hopefully we won't get a copyright strike from Nick. Just saying. So I'm going to go share the screen now, Kevin.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, present to everyone and minimize you. Oh, hey, hello, Mr. Blaze.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, hello and welcome. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Pat, listen up.
Well, hello, everyone on the internet.
Can you hear it?
This is Brick Blaze here. That's right. You're getting me twice within 1 week.
I know.
Fun fact, I record these videos immediately after each other. I'm just waiting until tomorrow to post this one. So I'm coming to you from the past. Oh, wait, all videos are from the past. Anyway, the reason for this video is that you're going to have to go to Bricksmith's channel to see the answers to what I'm getting ready to do. So, in case you don't recall, remember the other video, I recommend you go check out Bricksmith78.
Thank you, Blaze.
He does a series of videos with Kevin A. Hinkle, a
Who?
Lego employee.
This other guy.
It's about Kevin's life in Lego. And so you get a lot of good information about Kevin and a lot of good information about Lego. So anyway, they want people to ask them questions about things. So this is what this video is.
Yeah, we do.
A two-part question for Kevin, and I have a question for Bricksmith.
Thank you.
Here is your question. Part 1. In your time with the Lego group, did you get every one of the employee exclusive sets that were offered during your tenure there? And part 2 of that question, whether you got all of them or not, do you have a favorite of those employee exclusive sets, and which one is it? Now, Bricksmith, here's your question.
Mm-hmm.
Batter up.
Oh, There it is.
I look forward to your answers, guys. And everyone else, thanks for watching. And be sure to check out Bricksmith78's channel for the answers to these questions.
Good job, bro.
So can I haven't been a long-term subscriber to Brick Blaze. I am now. But maybe there's a backstory I'm missing. But I love the little tiny like altar in front of him on the table as he's talking.
Yes.
It's like him in front of fire and like a Indiana Jones skull. Is there a story, or is that just?
That's Blaze, man. Okay. That's who he is. That's his tableau, if you would, of his sig fig. That's where his sig fig hangs out.
That's fine. It's very humorous.
I like it. I love it.
It's the small altar as he's talking. Hey, Blaze, thank you. Thank you for the question.
Absolutely, Blaze.
Really appreciate it. And I love the delivery of. Could you eat?
Could I eat? I could eat.
Could you eat?
So let me go ahead and answer my question first, because yours is really long-winded.
By design.
So, Blaze, without a doubt, my friend, I can eat.
Vanilla wafers. There they are. That's awesome. So, yes, I guess that's it. That's the end of that. That's the end of that answer. Yes. So what Blaze is talking about are these things I have behind me. I brought some props that you can see most of them.
Hey, can I cut you off?
Yep, please.
So I actually have a longer story than. Would you like to hear the backstory of I Could Eat?
I think that would be very appropriate.
Okay.
Please.
All right. So also, Instagram followers, go check out the hashtag I Could Eat, and you will find my Lego pictures there with that hashtag and some friends. I recommend that you also add that to your hashtag, and let's take over a non-Lego hashtag and make it a Lego hashtag. At one point, 90% of the pictures that were posted in a specific time frame were Lego. You'd get one burger. And food doesn't have to be there. You guys, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Mad Stacker.
Is that a username?
It is. He's a very large fella who lives in Pennsylvania with his wife, Lady Stacker, and his friends are Clutch, Bricks on the Dollar, and some other nefarious characters from Philadelphia.
Okay, I might have met these people. But
he used to work at Brickfest Live.
Okay, all right.
Now, we used to do a Saturday stream, and then the Saturday stream, the Mad Stacker and Clutch would just arbitrarily come out of nowhere and go, I could eat. Well, I jumped on that bandwagon. Guilty as charged. The difference is that I still do it.
You still could eat.
I still hashtag it. I could eat. They pretty much, I think they bequeathed it to me, to me, and I use it and I love it. And the only line that Clutch likes better for me to say than I could eat is the one where I'm Brick Smith and I'm drunk.
Oh,
that's his favorite. So that one's for you, Clutch. All right. So that's where it is. And again, I repeat, please hashtag I could eat in all your Lego photos. Let's own this one.
I love it. So you just you came in, you saw a cool opportunity, and you said, I'm going to take this.
Yep. And if you look through all my hashtags on Instagram, they all say I could eat.
That is true. So when was the first time it was uttered out loud?
Oh God. For at least October of 14.
Okay.
2014. So this has been going on for me for 4 years. And I ain't changing it. I ain't gonna stop.
And I'm not gonna change for no one.
But
That's awesome.
I apologize for jumping in on that, but I couldn't stop you from starting because I had the Manila wafers, or Nilla wafers as I call them, in my mouth.
Because you could eat.
I could eat. By the way, in case you're wondering, I had about 8 to 10 slices of ham, small cut ham. Now this is off the bone. I had a half a plate of potato salad.
Okay.
A biscuit.
Okay.
And a cup of banana pudding for dinner.
Okay.
And then for lunch, I had an entire plate of lasagna.
That's the best.
And five chocolate brownies. And then for breakfast, I had 3 French toast, a banana,
2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
and then I had a salami and cheese sandwich on the way to Lynn Haven. So that's a day in the life of Brick Smith's stomach.
We'll need some diagrams and some. We can make it out of Lego. We can just build.
You just build the food, yeah. The wife made some killer French toast this morning.
Nice.
I love my wife. She is just an awesome cook. Brittany Starshine. Shout out to my wife.
Always the women that put up with us. Cool. I've never heard the backstory, so that's awesome.
There it is. I'm sorry it took so long to give it to you, Kevin.
It's okay.
But now that you have it, I hope you like it.
I hope it was everything you hoped for. It was.
It was.
And more. Cool. All right.
Sorry for taking so long.
No, that's what this is all about.
Forever sorting with Kevin A. Hinkle.
Every time there's that slight pause, it's like, oh look, there's a Hinkle there. It's like you know, yeah, you get it.
That's where I put the Hinkle.
That's
Someone put Hinkle in the corner.
So let me grab some of these things here.
Yeah.
Behind me. So the question that Blaze was asking was about the Lego exclusive gifts.
Mm-hmm. I got some questions too about those.
Good.
I want you to answer his first, and then I'll bust in and interrupt you a lot.
So like this is an example right here. So this is a Lego set. This is a Lego product that was produced, but it was produced specifically as a Christmas gift to employees of the Lego group. This concept actually started in 2009 with this heart. Not exactly riveting.
They're killing it.
But this was the very first one, 2009. You'll also notice the product number right below the age. If you can see it, it's 2009. So that's the product number for this. And also, any year, if you look at it, like this duck was 2011. The product number was 2011. This one was 2014. This one's a little bit different, but its product number is 4002014. So the year is always hidden in these. But if you are an employee of the Lego group, during the Christmas season, you will receive one of these as a Christmas gift. And that goes to all employees, whether you work in a factory, whether you work in an office, whether you work in a store. It really doesn't matter as long as you are employed by the Lego group. And there is a time.
What about the pop-up stores? Do they get them?
Yeah, because they are employees of the Lego group.
Respect.
Yeah. So, you know, if you're working for like a Legoland, you wouldn't because you're an employee of Merlin Entertainment. But so if you're a Lego employee, now there's a couple caveats to this. From what I recall, you had to have been an employee, I think, for the last 3 months.
Okay.
I think that was the cutoff. So I mean, you couldn't start today, get your gift tomorrow. That wouldn't work. But usually they would give them out second week of December because they know that week of Christmas and the week before Christmas are like a hot time when everybody takes off. They all have Christmas vacation or vacation time, and they're all traveling. They're just gone. So kind of that second week of December is when these gifts are given out. Now, what's interesting is this is a global offering. So you would get one of these sets whether you worked for the Lego office in Australia, or whether you were in one of the factories in Hungary, or whether you worked in a Lego store in Texas. Doesn't matter. You get the same set, the same box. Because they're not for retail sale, they don't have to worry about all the different legalese on all the boxes and stuff like that. So it's the same packaging, the same artwork, the same information globally. One box to serve them all. It does have that awesome not for resale somewhere on here that they always hide on there. But so when they first started this in 2009, like I said, they did this little heart thing. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. This is not open. This is still sealed. I haven't opened this. And it's, it's very basic. And I don't really think there was really any meaning to it. Could be wrong. The next year, though, in 2010, there was definitely a meaning. So 2010 was the year that Lego launched the board games. So they decided in 2010 it'd be cool to make the Christmas gift one of the Lego board games.
Yeah, that was dumb. I'm sorry.
Well, so this is Happy Holidays, the Christmas game is what it says underneath the.
Oh my.
This one was opened. I opened this to play with my family, actually. I think everything's still in there. Yeah, mostly. This has one of these awesome one of the trees that has the white molding on the top of it.
Oh.
A pretty rare part. It was only in a couple advent calendars, I think like a Belleville advent calendar or something like that. But dual marbled molding where you have the snow capped on the tree, and then you make reindeers. You play a game. There's a point to it. So it's a little board game, and that was kind of neat because it tied directly into a company-wide initiative that year, which was launching these games. Mm-hmm. This kind of set the stage for the rest of them, mostly. Okay. So then when you move to 2011, that was...
Can't get past this one. I love this one. I know the story behind this one. I want that one in my life. I'm thinking about just getting the parts and putting it together. Are there any...
So I have actually opened and built this one.
Oh my God. Are there any like rare pieces?
No. Nope. It's all basic parts. What's interesting is when it was first given out, obviously 2011, this was right before Mixels came out. And so this infamous 1x1 white tile with the eye print on it was nowhere because Mixels weren't out yet. Nice. And so when the images of this set started popping up like on the fan sites and blogs, people were like, I think I can reconstruct that. Everything seems basic. But that eye, where did they get the eye? Is the eye a sticker? Is it a print? Like the eye was causing all this like conversation on forums.
Riots in the chat.
And I mean, obviously now you're like, that's just a Mixels eye. I probably have 5,000 in my bin. But yeah, there's no other rare elements to this. But you get the duck, and there is, I didn't open this, there's string in here because you would attach it and actually pull it along. And if you know your Lego history, it goes back to the wooden duck, which is not the first Lego set, but it's a symbol that the company uses as one of its earliest products.
I respect that with all my heart.
Yeah, and the packaging, I don't know if you can see this on the video. It might be a little tough, but it's a black box. But if you kind of hold it at an angle, you can see the duck prints on the black.
Yeah, we can see those. Yeah,
like tiny little ducks in the background. It's kind of neat. It's a nice touch to it. So that was 2011.
I'm going to cut you off real quick and interject. In the comments below, how do you feel about reenacting sets like that? That's an exclusive. You're never going to get. You can buy it, and it'd be expensive. You can get the box. You can get the instructions. But for somebody like myself, the ability to build such an iconic piece and put it on display, to me, I would never try to pass it off as, oh, I got that. Somebody sold me, gave it to me, whatever. But I would definitely love the fact of actually having that iconic thing on display in the Lego room.
Yeah, definitely. The thing that's interesting about those is because it's a gift that the company makes for its employees, they are very careful most of the time to not upload the instructions to their website server. because this is not meant for the public. It's meant for employees. And I kind of, as someone who was at the time an employee, I appreciated that was something that they were doing specifically for us.
Heck yeah.
Not everybody is a fan. The people that work at Lego, surprise, surprise, not all of them are a fan of Lego products. So not everyone appreciated that. But to a lot of fans' dismay, you can never find the instructions of these officially through Lego's website. Of course, if a fan obtains it, they take a picture, scan it, whatever, that's all cool. But you won't be able to go. I think there's been a couple years where that's accidentally happened. And then as soon as it's discovered, it is like taken down with lightning speed. Because a lot of that, going off to a little bit of a tangent, the instructions that are put on the Lego site are usually kind of an automated process. When the instructions are finally done and there's a digital file, it goes through a queue and eventually it's just uploaded to the site without anyone really kind of manually checking should these instructions be on there or not. So, you guys in the community that read the forums and the blogs and you're really privy to that stuff, you'll know that over the years there's been a lot of those, oh my goodness, look, the instructions are on there for insert model here. And then poof, they're gone as soon as they makes the rounds because they go, oh, those shouldn't have been on there. But yeah. So yeah, 2011 was the duck. And then 2012 was, I think actually, was it this one?
Let me see. Yeah, that is it. Yep.
So this is 2012. This is a big sucker right here.
Yeah.
This is heavy. This has weight to it. Almost 1,000 pieces. This is a model of the founder of Lego, Ole Kirk Christiansen. This is his house. So this is a model of his house. Here's the photo on the back. That house is still in Billund. You can walk right by it. It's in the middle of the town.
Did you build that one?
This is still sealed.
Yep.
Haven't opened that one. I will build all of these for the record. These will all be built.
No. These are the ones you don't let breathe. These are the ones you send your cousins to college on.
Put these in a vault.
You just sell them to send the kid to college.
And I think nope, it's not. Okay, I was gonna say this was the biggest piece count. It is not. But this one, I mean, come on, look at already. Look at from 2009.
Yeah.
To 2012. I mean, look at how much difference we got in this. The other thing I will say about these is this wasn't your only Christmas gift. So everybody in the company, no matter where you were, you'd get the Lego set that was designed for you, which was kept a big secret. It's a big thing. No one knows what it is until the very end. But there would also be kind of like a homely item, like oven mitts, and this has nothing to do with Lego branding. This is just like nice items, and that would vary country to country. So you could have everybody in Lego Canada would get the set, and then maybe they all got a nice it could be wine glasses or something.
Yeah.
And then everyone in the US could get the same set, but then they would get something else like a nice blanket or something. And I will say that usually the other kind of homely item was a nice quality item. It wasn't like a cheap thing that they just got. Wasn't always something that I was like, oh yeah, I needed this. But it was like, well, it's nice. So that kind of varied from office to office. It's okay. So that's obviously, I hope this is answering the question that yes, I did get all the gifts.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
So that's that was 2012, right? So then 2013. Okay, 2013 is a little different.
Yeah.
So this one, it says a Lego Christmas Tale on the top. And the real important thing about this one was that it came with 4 sets of instructions with 4 mini models because they really wanted you to build this with your family. That is what they wanted. So they wanted you to be able to, break the model apart, have the 4 different people build with you. They are micro, as you can see, like micro little vignettes, I guess, almost. There's minifig heads on top of cylinders and stuff to make bodies. And, I think out of all of these, I mean, maybe this heart one. But this one's kind of, I don't know about this one. This one was a little bit of a dud for me. I was like, well, I mean, I appreciate the concept.
Yeah.
But it just like the actual look, I was like, I'm not necessarily feeling it. So that's a 2013. And from what I recall of this year, I mean, this is the year right before the Lego movie, the first one. There was a lot of emphasis on family time, don't overwork yourself, make sure you're taking time for your family and all that kind of stuff. So that would kind of tie into that messaging. So then 2014. So 2014, that's really nice white box.
Yeah.
And it says Lego Hub Birds. Now, what's interesting about this year, there was a major company decision. They decided, not only was it the year of the Lego movie, but they decided that the entire company was going to restructure itself, and there would be 5 headquarters for the company for the world. So there was 5 offices that were selected, and they were the hubs of Lego. So it doesn't mean they shut down any offices, but for example, in America, in the Americas, the U.S. office in Enfield, Connecticut was designated as the hub of the Americas. So that meant now Lego Canada, Lego Mexico, Lego Latin America, Lego Brazil, like all the Lego entities on this side of the world had to report to the U.S. That was their hub. So these were the 5 hubs that they designated. Obviously, one is Denmark. No big surprise. So there was Denmark, the U.S., the U.K., London, China, and Singapore. And these are the national birds of the 5 countries that were the hubs selected. So you have, of course, the bald eagle for America. And then Singapore is this red one. I don't know the name. It doesn't say it on the back. I'm sure it says it in the instructions.
If you guys know the names of these types of birds, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, please. I think Denmark is the swan. Looks like a swan.
Okay.
But yeah, so this one, I really like this one. This one I think is really nice. And this is one of those, like, you kind of have to understand what the company's doing to get it.
Poignant. It's very poignant.
Yeah. Pinkies up.
Okay.
So that's a good one. That's a really good one. And this one's still sealed. Haven't opened that one. And so we move into 2015.
Yep.
2015. Again, this one is a very timely one.
That one.
So this one is a wind turbine that's on the middle of a little ocean rig. And this was important because this was the year that Lego announced that they were not Lego officially. It was the Kirkby company that owns Lego. But Kirkby, the company that's owned by the owning family, bought an entire wind farm off the coast of Germany. And that was part of their plans to make Lego and all their other companies kind of energy self-sustaining by a certain year. So they said, hey, good news, everyone. We just bought this massive wind farm. We're going to build wind turbines off the coast of Germany. And it gave everybody this set.
That's excellent.
And a couple pictures on the back. So that one was, this is 559 pieces, still sealed, haven't opened it. But this was another one of those kind of like, oh, this is relevant. Like, this is a thing that's happening. And I like these kind of very relevant sets like this.
Yeah.
For the Christmas gift. 2016, this set got a lot of controversy in the community. Out of all of these, this is the one the most fans desperately want to own. 2016 was the 50th anniversary of Lego Trains. So this is 50 years on track. And there is a replica of all the famous Lego trains in this set. So you've got the monorail, you've got the very early classic blue train, the Legoland train, the Metroliner, the Emerald Knight there on the bottom. I mean, this set drove people crazy. Here's on the back too. Got some photographs of the different trains and the years they came out. So this is the only set I have seen ever out of all the ones that have come out. This is the only set that I saw comment after comment after comment on forums saying, how dare you, Lego? your employees won't appreciate that like the fan community will. The fans should have it. Why aren't you giving this to the fan? Like, I've never seen that with any of the other sets.
Yep.
But this one, there was a lot of ire saying that how dare you make something for your staff that won't appreciate it like we will. There was petitions that were started to make this available to the public. I mean, just like on a different level. I think it's cool. I think it's, I think there's definitely some opportunity, or there was back in 2016, to do something with a 50-year of trains, like with marketing or something, but the company chose not to do that. Yeah. So whatever. But this one is still sealed. Haven't opened it, but it got a lot of attention.
I recall that. And our man Brickstar, he got his hands on it.
And so that's another thing too. I will say that if you do have desires of owning the official products, it's no surprise and it's no secret that lots of these end up on the secondhand market. Here's the reality. The reality is not everyone that works at Lego is a Lego fan. So when these things get handed out, it's also the end of the year. So maybe they get laid off for whatever reason in the new year. So now they have this Lego set they'd like to get rid of. The other thing too, look at the locations that a lot of these sets are available in. A lot of these pop up in Mexico online. There's a factory there. This could probably pay a lot of money for their family for a month, as opposed to having a box of plastic bricks. They'll pop up in Hungary. And so these are places where there's Lego factories that people typically don't make as much money. And so, come on, it's not really a surprise that they end up on eBay and stuff like that.
There's a statement that they fell off trucks.
Yeah, and they're not supposed to. If you were an employee of the Lego group, you are contractually disallowed from selling Lego products in any way, shape, or form. But if you don't work there anymore, or if they don't know it's you, then it happens. So the last one, which was last year, 2017, is the Nutcracker. This is a big guy. This is a tall box.
Mm-hmm.
Here he is. This is 732 pieces. So out of all these sets that I've shown you, the train one had the most parts in it. So this had 1,141. And then, the Nutcracker. He's kind of cool. He's mostly made out of Technic, and there was a reason, because it was the 85th anniversary of Technic, or Lego and Technic and all the different systems. Right here in the back. The company's 85th birthday and the 40th anniversary of Technic. So the Nutcracker is specifically made out of Technic.
Oh, hey, by the way, yo, check it out. I got his little cousin right here.
There's a little guy.
I ain't gonna say where this came from or how I got it before the Philly Brick Fest, the yard sale, whatever.
All good. So that's the last one. So yes, I mean, obviously long-winded. Hopefully that's interesting. You get some information out of it.
Right, man, we're good. We're good to we like it when you don't ever shut up.
But to answer the question, yes, I've gotten all of the Christmas gifts up to last year. Obviously, it's going to be very tricky for me to get this one this year, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I won't even have an interest in it.
I was about to say, are you looking to get it?
I might. Depends on what's the cost on the secondhand market, because I know it'll be there.
Yeah.
So
have you seen it yet?
I have not. And even when I was actively working at the company, I would not see it until it was ready to be given to us. So it was a huge secret. I will say, funny kind of story, right? This one caused controversy internally because the London office accidentally gave them out a day early to their employees. No. And so, of course, they all snapped photos and said, "Thank you, Lego. Look what we got. Best job in the world. # best job." And all the other employees in the world were like, "Oh, that's what we're getting tomorrow."
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of an internal controversy that people would not have.
Did you pick up your favorite?
Yeah. So the question he also had was, which one's my favorite? And I have to say this one. If I had to pick one, this one's probably
okay.
Obviously, it's not the biggest by any means. There's other big ones. I really that's enough, Michael. I really like the Ole's house, the founder's house.
Okay.
But just the packaging, the presentation, the story, I don't know. The different countries, I really like this
The
one.
whole package.
If I had to pick one, I'd say this one.
Excellent. Excellent. So, Brick Blades, I hope this super long answer
was to your liking.
was acceptable. Kevin, I think we should go ahead and do the other one anyway, even
Let's
though
do it.
we have, I don't know how long he's going to talk, folks. He does his own thing. So let's put this, Clutch, are you listening? On the big screen.
Time to take a drink.
Yeah. Present to everyone, minimize Kevin's face, and go over here to the Brickhead family, aka Ask Kevin Anything.
Love it.
Do we? This video is a little bit longer, and pay close attention.
The Brickhead family. Hey guys, Danny Brickhead here, and I have a question here tonight. This is directed towards the AKA.
Look at Spark.
Ask Kevin Anything.
You see Spark?
This is a question segment that will be on Forever Sorting that can be found on.
Oh yeah, I see him now.
So go to Bricksmith, make sure to subscribe there. That way you can stay tuned to their Forever Sorting, where it is talking about the life and journey of Lego superhero Hinkle.
That's the greatest thing
I
ever.
have two questions tonight for AKA Ask Kevin Anything. My first question is, in a recent episode, you talked about how Lego doesn't like second sellers selling Lego. Kevin, why do they do special San Diego Comic-Con figures that they know are going to be big sellers on the secondary market? Those people getting their hands on those figures are going to sell that figure for $200, $300. That just doesn't make any sense that Lego doesn't like second sellers, but yet here they are short packing figures in their collector series and all these exclusives. So what was Lego's thoughts on this whole secondary market thing where they don't want a secondary market, yet they panhandle to the secondary market with these special figure giveaways? All right,
What's the deal?
Second question to Kevin. Kevin.
What'd you say, Kevin?
I said, what's the deal with that? That was my Jerry.
What's the deal with nobody gets that reference but me. Real quick though, let's before we ask the second question, I want to talk about his setup real quick. There's Spark.
There he is.
Bricks in the middle comic. Is this Slender Man up here?
I think it is.
Yeah, this is the Jeffrey Brickhead.
Yep.
I see Batman here. Some left sharks, some sharks. Is this yours in here? Is this you?
Yeah, that one is my artwork. Yeah.
There it is. So, and there's a bird on the diner, and then there's the YouTube, and then look up here, the brick badge.
I love it. It's so good.
It's subtle and it's acceptable.
It's acceptable.
I like it. I do.
We're gonna start a new series where we examine everybody's backdrop for their video.
Well, yours is aesthetically pleasing to Haley, so.
Well, good. That's
there you go. All right. Well, I'm gonna go with part number 2. Have you got number 1 understood in your head?
Yes.
Okay, go on to number 2. You ready? Here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
At what point does Lego decide whether it's going to be a printed piece compared to a stickered piece? Is there a price thing going on why they don't actually print everything? Because they print everything for these junior sets, like billboards for Miss Incredible. Why would they print big pieces like that, which is only going to be a one-off for that one set, then let's say like the Scooby-Doo machine, the mystery machine.
There it is.
That was a pain sticker. Why couldn't they just print those pieces?
So much pain.
And so here's an example. We got a printed Batman logo that's on a ramp. This is probably a junior's piece, I'm guessing. Compared to what would be an even better print of the Lego actual logo on the side here. I believe this goes to the handler truck.
You're wrong.
Stickers look tacky. I love
Amen.
the look of a printed piece. So, Kevin, at what point does Lego decide whether it's going to be a printed piece and what is going to be a sticker piece? All right, guys. I look forward to seeing your answers. And as always, brick time is family time.
Nice.
Hey, 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 hey. All right. Oh no, I doing it. Oh, anyway.
Shut off that autoplay. Yeah, nice. Thank you for the question.
Real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the sexiest man in Rockford, Illinois.
Exactly. Yeah. So, good questions, and definitely questions I have been asked many times in my life. So, but hopefully I have perfected the answer over the years. So I brought a couple more props just to help. So for anyone that maybe happens to not know what the heck Nick is talking about, his first question was specifically talking about like exclusive. So for example, these three things were exclusives this year at San Diego Comic-Con. Sets, and also more so what people want, minifigs.
Oh, you got that one?
Yeah, Sheriff Deadpool.
Everybody wants that one.
Everybody wants that one. So the question, as he was saying, is, hey, they don't like, resellers. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you can say a company likes or doesn't like, but they have a no reseller policy. That's the fact, is that they would prefer people not to buy their product, to just simply turn around and sell it to make profit.
Facts, folks.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean I also agree with it, which I don't, but I don't know if it's right to say, well, they don't like it. I don't know if just that, I think, is really important for a lot of Lego fans to understand, is when you're a fan of anything, and I am guilty along with everybody, you tend to put a lot of emotion and a lot of passion into things, and you're assuming on the other end they're doing the same thing. So the company
I can attest to that.
So you're thinking, hey, you guys don't like us reselling, so why are you doing that? Like, you start mentally putting this emotional response in there, and it's a company. It's a company made up of thousands of people that are making business decisions for different reasons. They're not putting the emotion.
No.
Right. Well, and I can help explain a little bit of the business reasons why, but I think it's important for people to realize that there's not like this emotional response that they're putting in to counter your emotional response. Like, they don't like that. Well, here's how we're going to get them today. Like, that doesn't happen. So,
yes.
When he's saying no reselling, which it's a fact. There's a no reseller policy that's in effect. So why create things like this? So do the people in the halls of the Lego group have no idea that items like these will end up on the secondhand market? Of course they do. That is not a mystery to people. They are well aware that any Lego items, not just exclusives, but the chaser figs from collectible minifigs, that they're gonna.
Whoa! What's a chaser fig?
That would be something that's in a more limited quantity. So
I call that a short print, and it pisses me off when Lego does.
Yeah, so like Mr. Gold, Percival Graves,
Yep.
the policeman. And the reason they do this is very simple, whether we agree with it or not. When they do, especially with those collectible minifigs, they're trying to drive buzz, because they know if it's harder to get, you're going to be talking to each other, trying to figure it out. You're going to be talking about it online. You're going to be posting about it, and it's true. It is absolutely true. It doesn't mean, hey, what's the age-old phrase? There's no such thing as bad PR. When you're just talking, that's more hashtags, that's more searching, that's more terminology that's being used hundreds and hundreds and hundreds more times, and that's driving sales. That's generating more sales, and that's what they want. When they do things that are exclusive, they're trying to generate conversations, they're trying to generate buzz, they're trying to generate sales, and the reason they keep doing it year over year over year is because it works.
Yeah, we keep buying it.
Keep buying it, and people keep chasing them, and they do exactly what they want you to do. Now, I don't think it's necessarily fair to say, oh, well, they make stuff like this to feed the secondhand market. That's not true at all. That's not why they make this. They don't produce it going, I can't wait to put this on eBay. No, they make it because, like I said, they're trying to make a cool exclusive thing that are going to make people buzz about it, talk about it, chase it, and buy it. And with Comic-Con, that's a little bit different than with collectible minifigs. But with Comic-Con, this is really about buzz. This is about marketing buzz and language and typing things on blogs and forums and YouTube channels and stuff like that.
The Brick fan to talk about, and the Brothers Brick to talk about it.
And it's PR, and it's more marketing, and it's the machine. And Lego is not any different than 99% of the other companies at an event like Comic-Con. Hasbro does it. Mattel does it. All the WB does it. DC Comics does it. Marvel, they make exclusives that are only available at events like this to drive the collector market and the collector interest and marketing and buzz. But I've heard the argument over the years from Lego fans. Well, the Lego group should be above that practice, and they shouldn't cater to that. And again, like I've said before, I know I've said this in earlier episodes. If I bestow nothing onto you, it's that fans need to come to the realization that the Lego group is no different than any other business or company. It doesn't mean they're evil. It doesn't mean that they're all saints. It just means that they're a business, and a business is here to make revenue and money and grow. And so when people try to make the argument, well, Lego should know better, that's irrelevant. It's a company, and it'll do what the other companies do. That's what it's going to do. So when they make stuff like this, like I said, do they have some delusion that it's never going to end up online? No, not at all. They know. They talk about it. They try to keep tabs of it, but it's not affecting their decision to make it. It's not going, well, scrap that plan because someone's going to resell it. It's there to do a different purpose, and it always solves that purpose. Now, if it makes you furious, which I know it makes a lot of fans furious, this kind of stuff makes them furious, then you have to let your voice be heard. You have to
call customer
service, write to customer service, and explain why you think it's not fair or whatever. Like I said, try not to be so emotional about it, because emotion doesn't get you anywhere. That's just, I'm mad because I'm mad. Try to be rational and business minded and think, well, I don't think this is good for your brand because X, Y, and Z. Versus, that's not fair. I don't live in California. I can't get it. You're evil. That's not going to work. That's not going to push the needle anywhere.
Now, understand, folks, he is not talking to Nick or about Nick. He's
to the masses.
Talking about the masses.
Absolutely. Thank you. To the masses.
We don't need it in the comments. Stop picking on Nick. He's not picking on Nick.
Nope. And I've had so one of my fondest memories, I don't want to use that word, one of a very memorable experience that I had once was I was hosting an official Lego group Q&A session at the Lego fan event Bricks by the Bay. And Bricks by the Bay is in Santa Clara, California. And I'm on stage, I'm talking, and what do we want to talk about? We want to talk about these. We want to talk about Comic-Con, and we want to talk about how unfair it is that Lego makes exclusives for Comic-Con. So I tell this fan that stood up to tell me his complaint pretty much the same way I just explained it to you guys. And I decided, you know what? Let's try something different. I said, okay, sir, for the sake of argument, you're absolutely 100% right. Tell me how to fix this. And just to see kind of what response I would get. And the response I got was, I don't know, I just want it. And I said, well, then that's where we're at an impasse.
That's it.
And we had a follow-up conversation after the official Q&A. This is my co-star. After the Q&A, and he still could not articulate to me how it could be any better. He's like, I don't know, I just want it. I have seen some other brands do some practices that I think would be pretty good to explore. I went to an event called HasCon that's hosted by Hasbro
Oh.
last year, 2 years ago. I'm trying to remember what year it was. And they had exclusives. They made exclusive products just for that event. And after it was done, the excess was sold on their website. So you could go and purchase them on the website. And I was like, hey, that's not a bad idea. You know, as long as there's not 500,000 people busting your door down to get it and you have excess to begin with. So I think there's maybe some different things that could be explored, but I digress. This stuff is not about feeding a secondhand market. It's about feeding marketing and buzz and searching online and sales. That's what I think.
Because I could eat.
Could you eat?
I could eat.
And then the other question was about stickers.
And printed plates or printed.
And printed versus stickers, which is the age-old debate.
Crazy.
And I think for the most part, a lot of people in the community do understand that a printed element limits its use versus a stickered element. So if you have because I parted this or sorted this out, this lime bow, if that had a print on it, that is now a specific element in the system that can only be used for that product. Whereas if it's a blank one with a sticker, you can use this for 10 different products and you just have that sticker. Lego sets are comprised of elements, and every element is a cost. Every single piece has a price attached to it and a use attached to it. And they have a thing called frames. So these are all frames in the Lego set. They'll say, well, that set cannot have any more than X number of frames.
And those are frames.
Those are frames too. Educating tomorrow's AFOLs. So if you decide to print on it, which they do, they don't, it's not like it's unheard of to print an element. They're using an internal budget towards that printed element. They are so confident that that will be a huge driving force in perhaps the sale of a product that they're going to use their budget to print that piece. A lot of times, it's not worth using that budget to do that. It's more better spent on maybe a new color of a different element.
Okay.
Or maybe a minifigure, the printing on a minifigure. There's a cost involved. Now, one thing that's interesting about the junior sets, because you'll notice that all junior sets have printed elements, always, every time, no exceptions.
Yeah.
That is not a cost thing. Focus testing has told the company that kids that are around that 4-year-old age get very frustrated trying to put stickers on. They get extremely frustrated. And they do it crooked, it's messed up, and I mean, you can make the argument that adults have the same problems, but
Amen.
for a 4-year-old kid, focus testing shows they freak out, they have meltdowns, and that causes a terrible building experience for them. So the decision was made at the launch of the juniors products that they will never have stickers in a junior set, because that way they don't have to worry about a kid freaking out and having a meltdown. Because the thing you have to keep in mind is the junior products were made specifically to introduce Lego building to 4-year-old kids that have never built with Lego. The worst thing you can do as a brand is to ruin the very first experience they ever have with your product.
Man. So
Because they're out. You know what I'm saying? Never come back again.
Definitely seems like Lego got the right move on that one.
Yeah. So, there's a reason that all the elements are printed in the junior sets. And like I said, if there's other sets like Lego Ideas, I think is a great example. There's very rarely stickers in a Lego Idea set. Very rarely.
Yeah.
Because they know that it's worth it using their internal budget to print those things. They know it.
Totally agree.
It's going to limit the use. That's what's going to happen, because now the part in the internal shuffle of design can't be used for anything else, but it's worth it for them. And that's...
You say that, but let me tell you something, man. It doesn't limit because of the fact that we here in the Lego community are a bunch of creative individuals.
Absolutely.
I have seen Jang Bricks take something that was meant to do this and completely flip it right on its head and do just an amazing thing. By the way, you're welcome, Jang. Shout out for you.
Shout out for you, sir.
He may need some. He may need some help for subscribers. That's Jang Bricks. You guys check him out.
Yeah, I mean, it's very true. It's amazing what the community can do in terms of repurposing elements, printed or not.
Correct.
The company can also do that for, I think City is probably the best example of just using computers over and over again, or using laptop screens or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Some other things can be more complicated. Sometimes it's a contract obligation, like, for example, like the cars, Disney's cars.
Oh,
like you have to print.
You mean this one?
Like that. I mean, that could be a contract obligation from Disney and Pixar that they, as the IP holder, prefer the look of the printing versus the stickers.
I knew. Oh my gosh.
You know that guy? So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that kind of there's Lightning McQueen right there. Kind of pulls the curtain back a little bit on that decision. I mean, it's good question.
I really, really enjoyed the answers to the questions that you gave. So
hey, and if anyone else has them,
yeah,
either put them down below, make a video, send them on.
Here's what we need to do, folks. I'm forever trying to get Kevin to start another show with me, or another. Go ahead and ask questions via the video or whatever. Make it have to be its own thing. Kevin will love that for you.
I will love that. Another show, another thing. But I think that's a perfect place to end for the day.
I think you're probably right, sir. So, as always, I'm Bricksmith.
I'm Kevin A. Hinkle.
There it is. That's a junior.
A little Hinkle.
Little Hinkle.
And
as always, thanks for joining us. And remember,
gotta love those bricks.
Gotta love those bricks. Bye, everybody.